wanted to actually talk about brokerages. One brokerage that has gotten a lot of attention and definitely has been showing its true colors is eXp. So this is actually one of my first brokerages that I joined, and I got attracted to it because I mean, everyone is just selling it to you. You know, you go to these conferences and they meet you and they're like, oh yeah, we'll help each other out. Don't worry. You know, you get some stock. This is the best company ever. Everything is virtual. You know, they really sold me and they told me that, you know, you have profit sharing. This is a great commission split. You eventually get 100%. But eventually the truth really started to come out, you know, and you see the greed of the company, of the board, and really what they care about. So some business models like eXp are actually more focused on membership dues and all of that. So when you have over, let's say 80,000 members, right? And some of these people are in and out. So they left, maybe more people just got joined in, right? Because they're pushing recruitment. And they're charging these people close to about 100 something a month minimum. So if you're timesing 100 something times 80,000 people, now you can do the math and see how much a month they are making. They're making over millions and tens of millions a month. Overhead is very cheap. I mean, if you actually go on Glassdoor. So I wanted to actually go quickly on Glassdoor and show some of these reviews with eXp, especially if you're joining. They flood the place with their own reviews. And you can tell, like, when you're looking at them, like, this doesn't look right. This looks very shady, you know? So everyone's gonna say, I love it, it's the best company ever, crazy fonts, really weird. Now, if you go and sort down to the lowest rating, you'll even find that the people working there are saying the same thing that I experienced, which is a very greedy leadership. They are so obsessed with maintaining their dues that they will do anything to keep it, you know? So let's read some of these. All right, so here's one. Things are not changing, not for the better. And this is from January. Great place to work. The firing. So they are hiring people they only have to pay pocket change to and firing the people who held this place together. I will not be surprised when they fire everyone in the concierge department. Soon agents will realize and leave. They've been leaving, girl. Nobody cares about the agents either. Okay. And so basically this one is just going into how they're being forced to do things not in their job description. And as soon as you're open and honest with leadership, they fire you right away and they'll get you out of the system. There's no space to do anything. You're just booted. And they had places where they would just shut down in certain locations and leave workers in the blue. Like, yeah, screw your job, right? So they did that to people. And when I was an agent during COVID, they were still collecting dues. And literally, I'm in New York City, and these people are sitting in California, Pacific time. Like, as an agent, even the timing was 3 hours apart. It sucked. And we had no local leadership. Nothing, nobody really helping you down here, you know, and you had to actually give a large part of your split. It wasn't 80-20, it was 60-40 because you have mentors that you have to pay for the first 3 deals. And again, the mentor just kept pushing recruitment. He was like, yeah, just go and tell more people about it. I'm like, bro, I didn't even make money here. And I had deals. I was ready to start. I was so excited. I was talking to people. But when it came to getting those deals done, literally this company was why I didn't go through. Like, I didn't have any paperwork support. I didn't have any place to meet with those clients. I didn't have anyone to sit with me and talk to me, really. So, you know, and you basically have this like virtual world to do avatar stuff.
To our world.
They have to do this because it's so boring. And the funny thing is, this looks exactly the same as it did, what, about 4 or 5 years ago? Nope. Our core values. Alright, that's enough.
Like crap, you know, like glitchy excuse my language. Let's see what else people say. All right, not what it's cracked up to be. They'll smile in your face and tell you how important you are to the company department, then lay you off without notice and give you the most disrespectful severance pay known to man. You make billions per quarter and the severance you paid is a slap in the face. 1 month's pay, immediate end to medical benefits, loss of stock, and to believe you're one of the top places to work, question mark. Crap company. Anyway, I was going into a couple stories, going back between the reviews. So one other thing was that I mentioned during COVID, I was like, yo, people are dropping dead here, like hundreds and hundreds, and you're still collecting dues. Can you waive it for a month or two? And they were so upset about that. They actually met with me, I think it was Janny Brooke and a couple others like, ladies from like the Carolinas. I have no idea, but they were so condescending. They're like, whatever, laughing. And I'm like, people are dying. These could have been my family members dying, but they were laughing and they were saying, oh yeah, you're great. You never say no. You never say you'll do great in life. Let's just boop. And they cut me off from everything because they didn't want me asking for anything where everyone would ask for it and they would lose money. So that's really showing you where they are, and they have money. And let's see, empty promises. The novelty wears off fast. Agents are a number, not much camaraderie. Upper level management only cares about multi-level marketing, MLM aspect, and they don't attract quality brokers. I remember this. I can never get in touch with my broker. It would take 3 days, 4 days, and you can't do business like that if you have a contract. You can't wait 4 days for something to get signed. At least give me a pre-filled contract, right? This looks so big on my face because my face is actually small. And like, this just, God made me this way, okay? Pyramid scheme. It's like working in a video game. Clients don't take me seriously. Advice to management? No. No, because all they say is, oh, reach out to corporate. And then they'll just literally be so condescending to you. Because, okay, of course, they're on their high horse. The board is making millions. And I'm going to get into that. I'm going to get into that because they're getting sued for actually pocketing in so much money. Because they're a public stock and they're trustees, they cannot actually be paying themselves that much. So people who actually own the stock are actually suing them for that. And they also had another lawsuit where you could have actually made $90 if they called you, if they dialed you with a cold call, because they use Mojo and other systems to cold call. They got sued, class action. And so that was literally, $90 in someone's pocket. It's a little too late now, but they tried to cover that up really quickly. And they were just like, well, just pay the 25 million, whatever, forget about it, and they could care less, and like, just fire more people, right? And then you pay it off. It's all fluff, guys. The stock is not stable or profitable. The promise of low fees is a cover for the fact that you'll pay more fees than anywhere else. They will take your money. And how do you think they will be able to grow? This place is a pyramid scheme, and you try to leave, they will take 20% of every deal you have and they won't give them to you. Training is not free. Pay monthly technology fees, which was a lot. Managing broker is more like a boss. God, there was another lawsuit, right? So there was a big sexual assault lawsuit where 2 agents who are also recruiting on multiple events went and drugged and sexually assaulted women. And they tried to cover this up. They didn't really want to bring it out. And that's part of the suit as well for not being transparent. So 4 women say 2 of these guys drugged them. They spoke to the CEO about it multiple times in 2018 and 2020. And multiple times, and they continued to ignore them basically. And they never said anything about these agents because, again, these agents are making the money, they're recruiters. But again, this was actually filed as sex trafficking, sexual battery, and negligent, and hiring, and so many issues. So that's a big lawsuit going on across the state line. So that's a federal lawsuit. So local brokerages are amazing, and those were the ones that really got me started to understand my local market. eXp does not have that. They are really gonna just take people's money. Okay, you can leave, bye, and they get more people, because who doesn't want to get into real estate? Who doesn't want the easy way in? Who doesn't want a virtual option so they can be flexible? Who doesn't? And it's such a lucrative scheme, and it was such a waste of money for me in the beginning, and it was such a downer, and I had to get up from that. So I hope agents who are looking out, go talk to your local places. Do not fall for this it's complete crap, it's complete crap, and horrible management where really they are so condescending and entitled, and they don't understand the reality that you're living in your neighborhood or anything like that. They're just living in their thing of wealth. Well, I went to those conferences, right? They would be talking about the company. They'd be so happy. I made so much money. They're doing great, And of course they're happy because they are making bank. They're making bank and they are useless. There are people who are successful because the agents are successful. But for new agents, for a lot of that, which is majority of the clientele, are losing money going into this. It's a scheme. If you're new, do not go. If you think that the structure can work for you versus what you have on your local market, and you see that they actually have local support, in certain areas, then okay, go for it. But understand that this company is not ethical. Deep down, this company is not ethical, and down the line, it will come back to you. You know, this is just the start of what's happening. So keep an eye out. And yeah, this is definitely like, I have a platform and I'm happy to use it to talk about it, you know, and talk about what kind of nonsense this kind of company is. I went through many other brokerages, nothing as bad as eXp. Nothing as a waste of my time and money. So yeah, keep learning, guys.